In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
All right, so you just are about to listen to the next 2 minutes of our podcast. Following these upcoming
2 minutes.
2 minutes that you're about to listen to will be the previous 2 minutes that we just recorded.
Yes.
So it's going to be a little out of order, but
So what you're saying is we went to the future to go back to the past to go
Yes.
back into the future again.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
to get rid of some foul language.
Foul language.
Caca.
How many?
I
7.
counted 5, but there's probably more.
There's probably
There's
more.
at least 7. There was one in between when
Yeah.
you were talking
We
about
need-
sneezing.
We need a count. We need like a counter.
Click.
Yeah, no, but we don't do it. Like
is
Justin or
automatic.
somebody just pays attention every time. Like collectively,
Yeah.
it
sit
just
there.
gets clicked, and at the end of it, we look.
Well, those first 2 minutes were for the birds.
Zing. I love it, man. I love it.
That's back-to-back bird puns from Scott.
I'm with it, man.
Mikey, you want to get the usual out of the way?
Sure. Welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO to screw you at sweet 15% off. OWellness.us for all your CBD treats and needs. Go over there. Go to use that code FreedomFriends25. That gets you $quarter off your order. And IC Tech Coolers. Go to www.ictech.com and use that code FreedomFriends10. That'll get you 10% off for those who get it. And you can go to check out our affiliate link with Grow Your Ass Off. GrowYourAssOff.com/FreedomFriends podcast. Yes.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'll be here in about 20 seconds.
Yeah,
You're going to go back to the past.
Yeah.
You can time travel a little bit on this episode.
Just a little bit of time travel.
It'll be fun.
Here is Mikey for the first 2 minutes of this podcast.
Talking about birds.
It's for the birds.
So, breaking news: man arrested for shooting at seagulls that took his funnel cake in Atlantic City.
You know what?
I'm on board with that.
Good for him.
Justified.
Yeah, 100%.
I went to MCRD down in San Diego once, and I had to go down there to buy like boots or to buy like a cover or something, for my uniform or whatever. And I go down there and I'm like a boot lance corporal. Like I don't have a lot of money and I have like $8 in my pocket. And I go and I buy a slice of pizza at the food court, but the napkins are in this fucking dispenser. So I'm sitting outside. I go in to grab napkins. I come back out and there's like 5 birds eating my fucking pizza. And I'm furious. Now I have enough money to buy another piece or to go over to the little shopette and buy fucking Alka-Seltzer.
Yes.
And that's what I did is I went and bought a fucking bunch of Alka-Seltzer and sat there by the fucking thing, feeding all these fucking birds. 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
More than that, like 7, I think.
I got 5. I wasn't started paying attention.
I wasn't even paying. I didn't even think about that. I wasn't working clean, man. I wasn't working clean, but I was so angry at those birds. You could tell I still hold a grudge. Like I'm still very mad.
You're a fucking asshole.
Reboot.
Yeah. Do you want to or what?
Just start it. Like, you know what you do? Save this first 2 minutes
and replace them.
and then just replay it after the
Yeah,
thing.
but that's saying that we're gonna have 2 minutes somewhere in this podcast. where we're
We got- all right, here in 10 seconds, we're gonna do it. We'll start
We're
at
gonna
2.
start over?
We'll start at 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just let it happen, and then we won't say anything.
Just let it happen.
Any F words until 4. Fuck. Falls, cock, suck, and now.
All right, now that we're back.
I was really mad at the fucking birds, dude. Like, Jesus. I held a grudge. I still hold this grudge.
What those birds ever do to you?
Ate my fucking pizza. I was a poor kid.
Did you get to watch the birds pop?
I sat there for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't watch them pop though. No. I don't even know if that's a real thing that happens.
I think it does kill them. I don't think they pop.
Well,
Seagulls are like the vultures of the sea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they serve a purpose, kind of.
Yeah.
I
They eat your fries.
It'd
when
still
you
be
don't want
so
them.
fun though.
Like,
But like have it like just a 12 gauge in your right hand and you're like holding up a French fry and it comes in. You're just like feathers everywhere.
I want to go fishing. Like feed them gummy worms with a hook, a little hook in it, and then just let the line go until they're like all the way down the beach, right? And then all of a sudden you set it, yank, and this bird just falls the fuck out of the sky. Like it'd be great.
But you're gonna set it.
Yeah. He's gonna fly in reverse.
Like those videos where it shows that and it pulls a dude through the ceiling. You can do that with the bird.
Yeah.
So fuck boys.
Mm-hmm.
No Jazz today. Jazz is off doing his thing. He's got important business things to attend to. So we got Dave filling in as always. How are you, buddy?
Aloha Snack Bar.
Aloha Snack Bar, he says. How you doing, pal?
Good.
Yeah.
Old.
Dave
That's right. You're a little older. You just hit the big 4-0 finally, huh?
Yeah.
Congrats. Welcome to more back pain and knees that suck.
Knee hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
So, no.
There are days now where I just wake up and I'm like, oh, my shoulder hurts. I guess that's just life now. So it's like, all right.
It's because you slept funny.
Right? Like sleeping hurts you, like takes you out for like a day. Like, Jesus, man. It sucks. It sucks falling apart.
I just get better with age.
Well, you're a vampire. Like, you don't count because immortality is apparently only bestowed upon you and Tom Cruise.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu's up there too.
Yeah, they're all in different calibers of me, though. It's weird.
They have the money.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that is. Yeah. Like, you get it naturally. They get it through money. You can call them daywalkers.
I get the long life without all the benefits of good looks and fitness and all that shit.
Yeah, but they're daywalkers. Who's really winning?
Right.
They are. They're still winning. Fuck.
Daywalkers.
You know what, though? It's a blessing to not give a fuck about your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I drank water the other day and it hurt. Like,
have you ever done that?
It didn't feel right.
Where it's like it hits your stomach and it's like you're dropping it in sand. It's like
no, like you know, like I don't know, what normal people would like consider their like kidneys to hurt. It felt like way when I drank a little too much water, so I had to go back to booze.
Like how much water are we talking here?
Like a cup.
Okay.
Maybe 15 ounces.
Like I want to shit on you, but that's about as much water as I drink in a day. So like I'm not good at drinking water, man. Like I really need to get my shit together because I know it'll make me feel better.
Yeah,
like it will. It fixes fucking everything, and I'm stupid and just don't do it.
Chronic dehydration is actually a thing.
Yeah,
and a lot of people have it.
Yeah.
But it actually leads to a lot of health issues, and people don't know about it. And then doctors don't give a fuck. So instead of being like, listen, like I know in the army they told you drink water, take an e-face out, pull security, but they meant it.
Yeah.
Like
no. To be okay, so for all you
forgot to change your socks. You got to change your socks.
I didn't know what was wrong.
For all you people wondering why, we actually put ice in our whiskey.
That's how we hydrate.
That's the only
the amount of water
we get.
This is like a week's verse, like ration.
That's why we call them H2O croutons.
Mm-hmm. That shit bugs the fuck out of me. Some fucking chud in his mom's basement bitching because I put ice in my whiskey. Fuck off. Right? Like just fuck yourself, dude.
It's funny though.
Like,
yeah.
They put as soon as they put ice in it, they ruin it. Okay, Dirty Harry. Fucking come fight me, you fucking cunt. Like you're so fucking hard and edgy. Fuck you.
That is the most hipster thing I heard you say all day.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know we're all hipsters too. I'll fucking replace the butt plug attached to your girlfriend's tail with this fucking bottle. You call me a fucking hipster.
Hashtag Buffy Trace.
Yeah, I'll use Buffy Trace for it.
So drink a bunch of Bud Light over the weekend.
Yeah. Is your dick gone? Do you have tits now?
Still there.
Still there?
Still there.
Yeah,
Nothing changed.
I could
still taste like shit.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't lead to your dick falling off. It leads, leads to you growing tits.
Oh,
I thought I was going to wake up in like the Navy barracks or something. Like I didn't know what was going to happen.
I mean, you were close to a naval station.
That's why I got a little worried.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're playing with fire, sir.
I like to live
Can't
dangerously
be doing
sometimes.
gay shit next to a Navy base. You know how that ends.
Waiting to hear how it ended.
It's your story, man.
Turn into a Marine, I guess.
Turn into a Marine. Next thing you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spent some time down in Port A this weekend for Sandfest. Saw a bunch of sandcastles.
Dude, you were showing them to me. They are fucking cool looking.
They were epic. But they also had like the amateur side. And the guy who I thought I didn't even know if it was a guy or a girl. I have no idea. But the person that should have won on the amateur side, were literally filled a bucket, took the bucket upside down, took the bucket off. It was just the sand, like in a bucket, and that was it. That was their masterpiece. And I'm like, guy's got my vote.
Yep, like, that guy wins
all day.
I can connect with that guy because that's about as far as my sand skills.
Mine
go.
usually like one of the corners falls off the bucket, and I'm just like, oh, that sucks.
This one was legit.
I stomp on it. And, yeah, this one was legit. It stayed the whole time.
Were there any kids in attendance that just did the unspeakables?
No, but nature did.
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday were build days. Sunday was judging. But Friday evening, there was a really high tide that came up onto the beach and washed away all of the fucking sculptures. So everybody had to start over on Saturday.
That sucks.
And they were like some pretty awesome ones. So then I had to start everything all over. They put like a 4-foot berm between the water and where all the sandcastles were.
Yeah.
Of sand. And then
is it on Port A or is it closer to
on Port A?
Yeah.
Yep. Right by the jetty.
Oh, okay.
But so then like they were building all, I think Sunday at noon, they hit the horn and that's when everyone had to stop. And so they had up until then to do it. And usually the judging is done like Sunday morning and everything, but yeah, all their shit got washed away.
That dude who just did the sandcastle, like the singular bucket.
I'll bet you his was like a super elaborate thing, and he's just like, "Fuck it."
Yep. He's like, "I'm getting drunk the rest of this weekend. I'm done. I'm fucking done." Yep.
That was my fucking masterpiece.
I'm going to get a beer. Go fuck yourselves, guys.
But yeah, the people watching was pretty interesting.
Well, you would assume people who are in charge of a sand building competition would watch the tides.
Yeah, but they don't know how high the tides are. They know it's going to be high tide or low tide, but they don't know how.
Well, if you know it's going to be high tide, even if there's just for safety, I would have did that berm in the first place.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So if that guy was pissed off and just did that, and he actually just did it out of spite,
he might have.
I get it.
It's like fuck you.
Yeah, I get it.
No, there's people that traveled from all over. They're like Pacific Northwest, East Coast, like all over the place building these sandcastles. It's pretty cool.
I was talking to my mother-in-law about it a while back. She because she lives in Ventnor Beach in New Jersey, and she said they got a guy out there that does that stuff, and he does some elaborate shit. It's fucking cool looking and all this. Like he did this one where it was like this whale that looked like it was a beached whale, but they built a stage on top of it, and like bands were playing up there and shit. Like it's cool, man. Like
nice.
yeah. Just show me all this cool shit. But what do you do in the sand?
Fall down usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of falling down. A lot of falling down. It's always funny to me, like when you first start like swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
Especially in the West Coast, it's like this, because the waves are higher and stuff. So you assume that it's deeper than it is. And you go to jump in and it's just the same. It's like this deep. It's like, woot. And you just, and you bounce off the ground. You're like, oh yeah, it's not deep.
Yeah, I haven't been to too many coasts where it rapidly drops off.
No. I mean, there's some spots.
Yeah.
East Coast got a lot of spots like that where like the drop off is a little closer.
Like at Port A, you'd probably have to walk out
fucking miles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't drop until you're out there, and then it does.
I mean,
but it'll get 40, 50, 60 feet.
Yeah,
but then it'll drop to like 300, 400, 500.
Probably takes a quarter mile to get above your head.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still want to dive it.
Yeah.
I'd like to go dive the Gulf.
A couple of oil rigs or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't been diving since you and I did that night dive.
Yeah.
Like,
there's another place that it's a couple hours offshore. It's called the Flower Gardens, and it's a reef that's out there, and there's supposed to be pretty good diving.
Yeah,
yep. It's like a day trip or a weekend trip.
Check that out.
Yep. But yeah, there's a bunch of cool places to dive. The only thing is you just got to be, depending on algae bloom, the way the currents and all that kind of shit, you either have semi-okay visibility or just trash.
Yeah.
And you never get really good visibility until you get way out there.
Yeah.
Yep. Or further south. It's just all the Gulf, all this fucking sediment and shit.
Like South Padre Island's got decent diving, doesn't it?
Not really. It's still kind of, you have to get off the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Did y'all see they got the guy that leaks files from the Pentagon?
The kid who fucking did it through Discord?
Yeah, the Air National Guardsman.
Well, apparently, like, he was doing it as like a flex.
Yeah.
Like, he was like trying to like show off to his buddies on Discord. Oh yeah, well look at this. I got access to this shit. And trying to like flex on it. And it's just this fucking nerd. They were talking about Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking
21 years old.
Yeah.
He released it on a Minecraft Discord, and then it got to another one. Like, other members of that Discord then dropped it onto 2 others. And then people were like, we're not supposed to have this. What the fuck?
Because it was like fucking like spies and shit.
Well,
That
it was,
have, like,
it was all the shit that we denied doing, and you know, like,
wasn't part of it about like special forces?
Yeah, it was like
Ukraine and shit.
It was like locations or some shit.
Yeah, maps and everything.
Yeah, like I've
like,
heard theories that like this kid was like, you know, like he's trying to like show that we're doing stuff that we're not supposed to be doing or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I think this kid was just a
100%.
fucking nerd.
Yeah, I think he was just a nerd trying to flex for his buddies.
I think he was in Dave. What's Airman First Class? Is that
PFC.
like
E3.
Yeah, it's E3.
Yeah. So
I don't
he
know,
was
the Air
definitely
Force changes their ranks and rates like what every fucking 10 years. They've changed shit up like the last like 30 years.
Is that the dude, the Massachusetts Guard kid? Or is that different?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got arrested by like SWAT members, and he looks like your typical fucking gamer nerd.
Yeah.
He's just in
Like,
the basketball shorts.
they,
And,
like literally like it was in mom's basement.
yeah.
Like was in mom's basement, was playing video games when they came in.
Yep.
Like you can't even write this shit, man. Like that's fucking crazy.
Stereotype for a reason.
Sometimes they're true. Sometimes they're true. It's like those stupid Irish folk that eat potatoes and drink whiskey all the time.
Do you guys know anything about all the shit that's going down in Sudan?
I have not heard anything about that.
Man, I got some fucking. There's some shit popping off.
I mean, it's Sudan.
For example,
I don't know all the details on it. I was drinking too much over the weekend to pay attention, but just scrolling through social medias and seeing some of the posts that were getting put out. Like OAF Nation was sharing some like videos and stuff that were.
I think I did see something about that.
And they had some serious like no bullshit like firefights going on and stuff. Air support, F-16s, or not F-16, but fast movers coming in.
Yeah,
that sounds like it wasn't
those.
Probably not those. But yeah, it was interesting shit.
Sudanese.
Sudanese army says paramilitary mobilization risks confrontation. So in other words, they mobilized a paramilitary group.
Yeah, but that article is from
Thursday.
last week.
Who are they? Who are they struggling with? Themselves.
The Rapid Support Forces (RSF)
moves. They say that they represented a clear violation of law.
So it must be against the Sudanese people,
or maybe the Sudanese army or government, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
these
looks
movements
like
and
it's-
deployments happen without the agreement of the leadership of the armed forces or even coordination with it. Well, yeah, they usually do, man. These things are usually in place against fucking government.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. I don't know what side's right or wrong. I don't know much about it. I was just asking if you guys knew anything.
into any of the ins and outs of it, but I'm sure there's conflicting reports from both sides. Three sides to every story, right?
This one looks like it gives kind of it's almost a coup d'etat try.
Yeah.
It says the RSF wants to maintain its independence while the military has been trying to establish its authority over everybody. So probably, I don't know, trying to topple the military regime and maintain its own. I don't know.
Yeah. Inshallah.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah. Fuck.
It's probably another opportunity though for our government to get involved to fire up the military industrial complex to try to make some money.
Probably.
Some congressman, he should poke his head in there and see what's going on. And
Sure.
draw us in.
Sure.
Make a little money on the side.
Get maybe our embassy could just get fucked over.
Yeah.
Well, that's just Marines and security guards anyway, so who gives a fuck?
I have a quick question for y'all.
What's up?
Back to the kid that released those files. In your opinion, if someone is like a whistleblower, when politicians and people are saying like, no, this isn't happening, we're not doing this, and then someone with access to it then drops in and is like, actually, you're full of shit, and here's all the documents that say you are doing this.
So,
what's y'all's opinion on what should happen to them?
Well, so there's consequences to your actions, right? So if you're going to be a whistleblower like that, well, like this kid wasn't even a whistleblower. He was just being a dumbass.
No, but you're saying like Snowden or fucking Chelsea Manning.
Just
type of
someone
shit.
in a similar fashion.
I mean, you know, it's if you're in a position and you understand the consequences, like did it do more harm than good or more good than harm? I don't know. I mean, I don't trust our government at all. So it's,
I don't trust any government.
Yeah. But, you know, like I wouldn't tell my kids to, hey, join the military and then out your government. Like that's, you know, like, so I don't know. It's hard.
What you're saying is there's like two schools of thought here, right? Because like on the one hand, it's like integrity. Sure, you want to fucking be integrity and everything. You want to show integrity in everything you do, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to be able to like, you know, hey, this is wrong. This is fucked up. People need to know about this, and you guys are lying. Totally understand that. But on the other side, it's like you signed a fucking contract to keep your mouth shut.
Well, yes and no,
shit, right? Like it's like you did.
Like if you are going to show the level of integrity that is doing something illegal, you have to know that that comes with the consequence.
Absolutely.
So if you have so much integrity that you're willing to get the fuck out of the United States or spend some time in jail, then, you know, if that's what it's about, good for you. But, you know, like integrity, right? It could mean following orders, right?
Yeah.
It could also mean absolutely not following those sets of orders, right? It could be the same thing.
Yeah.
But now,
well, it's like ethics, man. It's everybody has their own definition of ethics.
Yeah.
Because it's what you think is right and wrong.
Yeah.
That's the definition of ethics, right? Like,
but the US probably has a spelled out, like, here's what we define as ethical and moral.
Well, here's the other thing is
then
like,
the US also goes ahead and violates their own shit all the time.
All the time.
So,
but you also got to think about national security, right? Like it is real. It is a real thing. Like this kid violated national security and could have potentially put lives at risk and operations at risk. And that's the same thing any other whistleblower would do is they could violate that, right? Like, yeah, maybe we are lying to the government, or maybe the government is lying to us about something, but it's for a reason. And maybe you don't see the whole fucking strategic person. Like you don't see it from a 30,000 foot view. You see it from a 10-foot view.
Yeah. Especially as a 23-year-old Air National Guardsman. You're at about the 3-foot view.
Yeah. Like you're not seeing like the fucking big picture. So there, and you know, you are a cog in that big ass wheel.
But he is seeing the big picture because he got the security clearance and he was definitely, somebody definitely explained to him like, hey, listen, this is how we treat classified information.
Yeah.
From what I read, he was part of an intel group. So like I'm sure they had to go through the whole like you don't
absolutely.
But he had a security clearance.
Well, his entire MOS school, especially if he's intel, is about OPSEC.
Exactly.
Someone definitely like he's definitely trained to not do that.
You don't get a security clearance without knowing what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now maybe he was an impressionable young man and he saw that everybody in his whole chain of command, all the way up to the president, vice president, can do whatever the fuck they want with classified documents. And so maybe he just thought, well, these rules don't matter because it all stopped being followed by everybody a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe I'll just put them on a private email server.
Right. Or I'll just put them in my garage next to my Corvette.
It is Corvette.
Or I'll put them in my fucking Florida home next in Mar-a-Lago. Like,
just make sure the garage door is locked.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Garage door
key.
needs to be locked.
Key.
That is key.
I mean, he probably put him in his Minecraft garage and had that locked. I'm sure.
He had
How that works.
It was on his Discord server that only people he invited could be there.
It's
true.
It's
true, right?
It's Greeper proof, man. It's Greeper proof. That's a
fucking nerd.
That's a Minecraft term.
You know,
I only know that from watching South Park.
I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The only reason I know that is from
Is that
South
like
Park, or Rick and Morty.
Is that a threeper?
No, I think it's like a
nerds
I think it's
or
like
what?
creeper, like somebody who creeps, but they call them greepers for some reason.
Oh,
Because creeper sounds creepy.
I don't know, man. I'm a fucking boomer. You're welcome, Justin.
All I know is even as old as I am, my video games are way better than Minecraft. Like fucking Super
even
Mario Brothers.
Zelda
Like
was
Pong.
better.
Yes,
that,
all of
that,
it.
that was like more
Well,
your
Pong
shit.
is essentially Minecraft.
It's about the same amount of bits.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I feel I can relate Minecraft to The Legend of Zelda,
Yes.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Similar objectives, except you're not building it; you're just going through it
Yeah.
in Zelda. But the graphics are about the same. But I'm pretty sure Zelda came out in like 1982.
Yeah. With its classic the golden cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I played Legend of Zelda the other day.
You know what would have been great when we were young?
Actually.
Like when we were playing Super Mario Brothers and Excite Bike and
Paperboy.
and
was my shit.
fucking what's some of the Sega shit we got into, like
Sonic.
Sonic and
Fucking
When we were-
Mortal Kombat.
you know what would have been better than playing all those?
Huh.
Is if we had some place to go to TV and watch other people play them.
Right.
That would have
Right.
been fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
because every little brother in the world fucking loved watching their older brother play while
Right.
they couldn't.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Fuck you, man. You get to watch.
Yeah,
This
you get to
is-
watch.
This is the thing in the future. Maybe that's where it came from.
That's got to be it.
Maybe
It's
all
a bunch
these
of
little brothers grew up and like, ooh.
PewDiePie is actually just a fucking little brother projecting his rage.
I don't actually know how to play, but I love to watch.
Zelda came out in 1986. Excuse me.
That's like all
4
the
years off.
like Twitch streamers are all just
Contra.
fucking little brothers.
Yeah.
Contra was a good one.
What's the code?
I don't remember.
Up, down, left, right,
Yeah.
left, right, A, B, select, start.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
No, you fucked it up.
It's up, down, left, right, left, right.
A-B.
Select start. Yeah. I remember the blood code for Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis. ABAC, ABB. I remember that.
Did GoldenEye come out on Sega?
No.
No, that was
was that later?
Super
Nintendo.
NES.
Mm.
That was Super Nintendo. Who still has the most fucking bumping fucking pause music in the history of everything. Like, fucking shit's amazing. That shit still slaps. What do you guys call it? A bop? That's a bop.
That is not a me
What?
thing. No.
That's that Gen Z shit, man. It's a bop.
There's a lot of stupid
On God.
shit.
She.
I don't know what's happening.
I
right
don't
now.
either. I think this is when a
Get
boomer
with it.
tries to relate.
Get with it, boomer.
Of all the days I didn't bring my gun to work.
Yeah.
Seriously.
One step closer to death.
I won't shoot myself. I'll just try to suck start it. Jesus.
Nah.
Which is a platform for that.
It's a one-time use code.
Only bangs.
Only bangs. I've been definitely watching the wrong one. Oh shit.
Did we get our Facebook group up and going?
I started it.
It is
Yeah.
it is up and going.
Yes.
Apparently people are having a hard time finding it, but
AMA plus community.
AMNA
Plus.
yes.
the plus sign.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The AMNA plus.
Yes, we did.
Say, one of the listeners went and started it, and I called him out on it. I was like, "Yeah, that's good luck with that because we did that 2 days ago." He's like, "Well, I got the page up and running," and I'm like, "Cool, it's not AMMA plus dipshit."
Who's Mike? Are you the only admin on that group?
No, I think Justin is too.
Okay.
Yeah, the group is up. We gotta get all the other stuff, but since we talked about it on the show, we knew we had to act fast and lock her down. So
as it sits right now, it's just us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, Scott's not even in it.
I didn't get an invite, and I can't find it either. So
I got you, dog.
Because it's a fucking private group.
We'll
God
help.
damn it, admins.
These people have been invited to join the group, but have not yet accepted. Scott Jansen. Remind.
where? Yeah,
It's in the phone.
You have to open up the phone.
Oh, don't tell him that because he's going to be over here like, "Brr."
I just reminded you.
I didn't. Nothing went ding.
Remind. Send reminder. Reminder sent. Check now.
Oh, I just now got it. See,
Look at that.
something went ding.
There.
You got to change the group from private.
Well, right now it's private because I want to
Well,
get
nobody else can see it. It's only members.
I want to get our flag up and going. We got to design our flag.
I'll get that taken care of. We got our custom flag that we're gonna get up there for our group, but that one's gonna be fun. I have no idea what it's gonna be themed or anything, but you know what? It's got a funny name, so we're rocking with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just let it become.
Yeah, the listeners get to decide what the page becomes. That's gonna go well.
Yeah.
We also have I ran a poll on last week's episode of how many waves of midgets did people think they could take. We did 1, 3, 5, 10, and unlimited. Out of 133 votes, 34% said they could do 3 waves.
Okay. So that's because it was 10 a wave, or was it 5 on a wave?
5 a wave. 5
So
midgets per wave.
So that's 15 midgets.
15 midgets.
Got it.
Which I think is respectable.
That's pretty respectable. Yeah.
Coming up second with 29%, 5, which you gotta have some stamina for that.
I think I could do 5. I stand by that. I think I can do 5.
And then 16%, 21 people think that they could just take wave after wave after wave of midgets.
See,
Wow.
And I
that would wear you down eventually.
100%.
You ever seen an ant hill like fuck up a wasp?
Yeah.
Like the wasp kicks their ass for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually the fucking ants take it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the same kind of.
All it takes is one good shot.
All right.
Yeah.
I got another breaking news thing.
Okay.
Tennessee, a 21-year-old Air National Guardsman.
Oh God, this is fucking great.
Air National Guardsman, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but faces federal charges after being arrested in connection with murder for hire scheme. 21 of Hermitage, Tennessee was charged last week with the use of interstate facilities in the commission of murder for hire, according to federal authorities. The charges were filed after Garcia allegedly attempted to find work as an assassin on www.rentahitman.com.
Hilarious.
Oh, awesome.
A spoof website that includes the ability for people to hire as a hitman. The parody website includes fake testimonials about customer experiences and said the company is 100% HIPAA compliant. Joking, it stands for Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964. Yeah, man.
So this kid was actually trying to become a hitman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, did he commit murder?
No.
Well, then
No,
who gives a fuck? He's a nerd.
Right? Oh, wait. According an undercover FBI agent then began communicating with Garcia, setting up a plan for Garcia to kill somebody for $5,000. Last week,
Bump
Garcia
those numbers up. $5,000, bro. Come on.
I'd do it for free for some of them if they met my standards. Garcia met with the agent at a park in Tennessee, given a fictional target, and was provided with a down payment of $2,500. So he actually thought he could do it. I mean,
I just love that he thought www.rentahitman.com was.
Look at this fucking chud's mustache.
But the website is great. I'm on it right now.
I'm gonna accredit OIF Nation Actual. If you, I don't know, Justin, can you? Here?
Yeah, we can. We can see it a little bit.
Can you see it a little bit?
Yeah,
So
it is your typical basic training. I just graduated, so I got to take my mirror
He's got his Airman First Class on there and 3 ribbons.
He's got 3 ribbons and a mustache. He's got a mustache. He's been in long enough to have a mustache.
I love this fucking site. I'm just scrolling through on the main page and I'm going through everything, and everything you said is true. The HIPAA compliant thing. I've been in business since 1920. Group and senior discounts available. Business is booming and special discounts packages are available for the following groups, 3 or more, seniors 65 plus, spring cleaning, Air National Guardsmen. Mention code Cool Cats and Kittens for an additional 10% discount.
Nice. Justin, find the part where you can submit your application to become a hitman.
They have some customer service and industry awards.
Careers.
2018 to 2021, they got the Trigger Warning Award. 2021 Best in Class from International Association of Retired Hitmen. 2020, a whole bunch of shit in Russian.
Justin, I want an FBI agent on the podcast. So let's go ahead and fill out an application and set up a meeting.
Yeah.
And we'll set up the meeting here
on a Monday,
and then we'll have some cameras set up, and I'll take a payments, and then I'll inform him that he's on candid camera and that he's been had.
We'll be like, this podcast is brought to you by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Thanks for the 25 large, pal. You're a fucking idiot.
So the FBI set up a meeting with this guy. So if we fill this out, are we talking to the FBI directly?
I think we're always talking to the FBI.
Well, I bet you whoever moderates this fucking goes through them and sends like the ones that are legitimately credibly threat to the FBI.
Let's fill this out like we are Hunter Biden.
On the bottom of the page.
And just see if we can't get, an interview set up with Hunter from the FBI. I mean, it's never happened before. It should have. Maybe we'll be doing the country a favor.
Rent A Hitman is no longer affiliated with the Diners Club, the Detroit Lions, the Illuminati, Donald Trump, Kyle Rittenhouse, Carol Baskin, or Vladimir Putin due to contractual restrictions.
It is amazing that this guy overlooked all of this joking on this website and was like, "Nah, it's definitely still real."
It gets better. Like, he was quoted as saying, "Okay, when can I start?"
Well, I mean, he's ambitious. He's an ambitious worker.
But he wasn't ambitious enough to join another service other than the Air National Guard. Like, if you really want to kill people,
well, dude, according to this website, they specifically look for Air National Guardsmen.
Oh, well, that's true. Was that before or after him, though?
I'm assuming after, but you never know. Getting some more hydration.
On the bottom of that page, it says, due to contractual restrictions, Rent A Hitman is no longer affiliated with the National Guard, Diners Club, Kanye West, the Illuminati, Rudolph Giuliani, Alec Baldwin, Kyle Rittenhouse, or Carol Baskin.
If this is an FBI setup page, good on you.
Oh, yeah. Your point and click solutions.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
When I first met Haley, I made the joke to her one time about I should just go and get a couple fucking high points, right? And do the oil can filter fucking thing. And just go around and schwack scumbags, because we were talking about how shitty Baltimore was and everything. This is right after the guys tried to rob me while I was walking the dog,
right?
And she legitimately thought I was being serious, full on serious. I was just gonna go around and just vigilante murder motherfuckers. And I was like, yeah, I was definitely kidding.
Did she go to encouragement mode, or was she trying to stop you?
She was a little apprehensive.
Well, that's good. Good for her.
Yeah. Which means, she's got a conscience. But
she's normal.
Yeah. She was apprehensive.
She just thought she was dating the Punisher or something.
Yeah, basically.
But if she was all into it and then you let her down, that would...
That's true. That's a red flag.
Well, then you may have had to go out and schwack a couple people just to...
Oh darn.
Prove you were... Yeah.
I know I was kidding and all, but I get it. Like, yeah, I fucking get it. Shit.
I can picture this. I know I was kidding and all, but okay.
I guess. Hey, can I have that blue penis?
Grab it by the tip.
I like to grab the hilt. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of holding the hilt here. Just gotta.
Mikey's a firm believer that the balls don't get enough attention.
A firm believer.
Dee. Ugh.
Shake it more than twice you're playing with it.
Set that right there.
Thanks.
It's a good spot.
I think
for
it was one of my uncles that told me that. And the first time I told him it's mine, I can play with it if I want to, was the last time he said it or something.
Well done, sir.
Scott, do you need to talk about something?
No,
Did
but
you have some traumatic times in a gaming closet or something? Like,
It's mine. Only I can play with it, damn it.
Uncle Johnny, leave my penis alone. This is mine.
I mean, if it's a serious problem, you go to rentahitman.com.
Is this,
Contact Guido.
is this a priest uncle or
no, whatever.
was he a scoutmaster?
That was Justin.
Nothing implied that he was the one playing with it.
Oh, okay. I was just asking.
Said if you shake it twice, you're playing with it. That's what he told me. I said it's mine. I can play with it if I want to.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's mine.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know it was an option. Probably anybody can play with it if they really want to. Gotta ask nice.
That depends on the. See, what he's leaving out is like he was 30 when he got this talk. We all pictured like a 7-year-old Scott. No. This was a grown man. This was grown Scott.
That's funny.
Are you still on Rent A Hitman?
It has a virtual map that shows all the locations of people that have like went to the website. He's got almost 9 million hits on the website.
That's
Just-
But it's from all over the world.
Is there a page where you can hire the hitman? Because I would like to see that page.
I thought that was Hitman Careers.
No, that's
Service request
there you
form.
go. Yep. See.
Oh, that's fucking great.
HIPAA security.
There it is.
Nice.
Ask for your name, certify if you're a minor or an adult,
Get-
date of birth,
Get
email.
to the point where it's you're trying to tell them what you want and the cost.
Oh, no, they'll reach out to you. Oh, go back down to
Yeah,
the
keep
target.
going down. Keep going down.
They've got a
Targets
safe word.
Targets
Information.
information.
Self.
I like that self's already clicked. That is hilarious.
They've got a Scott option for government official.
Yeah.
Oh, and politician.
Oh, nice. Accountant.
Insurrectionist.
Insurrectionist. You can kill your nanny, your neighbor. Huh.
Is it targeting adults?
No women, no kids.
What is the
Easily known.
reason? Describe. I can't really read
His
it.
dog
Describe
shitting
what
on my
services you would like us to perform. Target's email, Target's Facebook. Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh, date that it must be complete. Additional information, pictures. You can download files. Ooh, keep it. What's the next? What's section 3? Marketing information. How did you hear about Rent A Hitman? Section 4. Submitting your service requests. Oh, go ahead and read that. Let's see.
By clicking the submit button, you have hereby acknowledged that Rent A Hitman is HIPAA compliant with the Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964. This means that your information will not be shared with any third-party vendors and marketing and email firms, mailing lists, and will be encrypted and retained for a period of less than 90 days in order to maintain full HIPAA compliance.
At least hitmen don't sighten you up for just trash emails, you
Right.
know? They still have some class.
Yeah.
Once your request is received, please allow up to 14 days for us to review your submission. Thank you, Guido.
This is great.
That's good.
So So do you think the guy was like being serious about it, or do you think he was just like having fun on the website, and then all of a sudden he gets a knock on the door and he's like, fuck.
Well, he took the payment and met the undercover guy.
Yeah.
Like you take the money.
That shows intent.
That definitely shows intent.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
he thought he was like, I'm just gonna snag this 2,500 and dip out. And then as soon as he grabbed it, he was like, oh, I didn't think this through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scroll
I
up a
didn't
little
make it
bit.
this far in my game.
Like I would definitely go to the point where I met the FBI people.
Keep going. Keep going.
You just walk in, you're like, dude,
Right-
I know
right
who you
here,
work
right
for.
No, I'd be like, hey man, like he goes to pay me and ask me for like, no, and I just needed a friend.
Yeah.
You want to have a cigar? just wanted a friend.
Just wanted a friend, have a drink, dude.
Yeah.
So describe what services you would like to perform. You would like performed. Scott, if you were hiring a hitman let's come up with something. Let's say a neighbor.
The neighbor calls the HOA twice a week for anything and everything they can possibly think of.
Like they heard you fart the other morning and they're
you'd
like,
actually do nothing wrong.
And it's the neighbor behind my house. I'm gonna give him
Allegedly.
well, hypothetically. I'm gonna give him the time when I know I'll be sitting on my back patio and I have a very not soundproof wood fence between us.
Oh, you know,
And then I would want him drowned in his own pool.
we need a teppanyaki night on your back patio. So we can all sit around. And in
Before
the middle,
or after?
no, in the middle.
Oh, during.
When they do the volcano.
Yeah.
Yep, that's when it happens.
nice. Nice. So you want him drowned in his own pool.
Yeah.
That's how. All right.
'Cause he's awfully noisy.
Dave, same question. You got to off somebody. What are some specifics on what you want done to him?
Choking on a set of fork seals that he's supposed to have been put in for the last 6 fucking weeks.
Okay. This sounds a little personal. Sounds a little personal.
I could go off about UPS, but I'll hold off on that one.
Now would be an opportune time to bust out the FedEx and UPS shirts, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So John,
yeah,
you got to off somebody.
yeah.
You got specifics. What specifics do you want?
Oh, I want to make it look like somebody else did it.
Well,
Other than the hitman or other than you?
No, like I want them to like it like directly looks like their like significant other did it,
Oh.
but they had nothing. They had no idea.
Right.
You know, like
Just frame the significant other.
not even frame it, but just when they find the body, they're just going to be like, "Oh, yeah, she totally."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how though. I'd have to put some more thought into that.
I think mine would depend on the offense, right?
Yeah.
Like you have an annoying neighbor.
Noisy neighbor who gets drowned. Like that's
Yeah.
drowning's not too terrible.
Like let's say like
I heard it's pretty peaceful.
let's say there was a grapist out there and I knew he was a grapist and I was like, all right, I want to take care of this grapist. I would I would be like, all right, I need glass tubes inserted into his penis and then his dick smashed with a fucking hammer so that the glass is in his dick hole. And he needs to feel that before he goes, type of shit.
He should be graped to death.
Yeah. Like tied to a radiator and just graped in the
Yep.
mouth. Yeah. All of his teeth removed.
Just all the grapes.
Graped. Just they grape every hole.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just start throwing grapes.
Just
do you think they give a discount if they get to do the graping or do they charge extra?
well, that makes you the grapist.
The
No.
hitman.
Well, the hitman would be a grapist. Yeah.
Yeah. But do they get paid more or do they take a discount because they get a grape?
That depends on the
Ooh.
hitman.
I think that depends. Remember me talking about ethics earlier?
I think it depends on the mark.
Right?
Well, I think it would depend on the hithics.
The hithics.
The hithics?
The hithics, yeah. The hitman's ethics towards the mark.
The hithics.
Right? The hithics. I don't know if that's real, but I'm going to use it.
The hithics when you're talking about graping.
Yes. Did you ever see that skit? It was a skit from The Whitest Kids You Know, and it was called The Grapist, and it was like a play on the Kool-Aid Man, But he's like, yeah, he's the grapist. And he busts into kids' room. He's like, get over here, kids. I'm going to grape you in the mouth. He's got juice boxes with him. It's fucking hilarious. He's like, I'm going to tie you to this radiator and just start graping. Nope. And it's like a marketing meeting. And the guy's like, we can't fucking say this. And then like the other team is like, the grapist. I love it. You ever seen that shit?
I wonder if Budweiser took a playbook from them.
Must have. No,
You see, they put a new ad
it's one
out.
of the greatest skit shows ever made.
Yeah. Budweiser this time, not Bud Light. Budweiser went back. They busted out the Clydesdale, so they know something was fucked up when they bust those old boys out.
You know what? Did you see the statement from the CEO?
No, but I did see that Yingling put out a tweet right about the same time.
I didn't see Yingling's tweet.
It wasn't. It was. You had to read into it. It wasn't. It was definitely a poke, but you had to read into it.
Yeah.
It was just based off of timing. They were pretty much saying that they're the oldest family-run brewery in the United States type deal.
So this is from Brendan Whitworth. He's the CEO of Anheuser-Busch, right? And he wrote, as the CEO of a company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago, I am responsible for ensuring every customer feels proud of the beer we brew. We're honored to be a part of the fabric of this country. Anheuser-Busch employs more than 18,000 people, and our independent distributors employ an additional 47,000 valued colleagues. We have thousands of partners, millions of fans, and proud history of supporting our communities, military, first responders, sports fans, and hardworking Americans everywhere. We never intended to be a part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer. My time serving this country taught me the importance of accountability and values upon which America was founded, freedom, hard work, and respect for one another. As well as CEO of Anheuser-Busch, I am focused on building and protecting our remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, our brands, and our partners. I spend much of my time traveling across America, listening to and learning from our customers, distributors, and others. Moving forward, I will continue to work tirelessly to bring great beers to consumers across our nation. Best wishes. So
he didn't address any of it.
Nothing. He sidestepped the entire conversation.
Spoken like a true CEO.
Right? Like...
Let's fucking play some politics.
Now I want to look up the...
Have y'all seen all the pictures in like grocery stores and stuff of like Coors and all the Anheuser-Busch is like fully stocked?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you got to realize AB InBev has 270 something fucking brands that they cover, that they own. That's all part of AB InBev.
Yeah.
You throw a rock, you bounce it off a beer, chances are it's owned by AB InBev. Yeah. So
even
like,
the one thing I respect though is it's people talking with their dollar though, because I understand that like they own a shit ton of stuff, but it's like, but we don't want that. And I respect people talking with their dollar more than fucking going online and talking shit about a fucking drink that most of them probably don't fucking drink.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I personally can't stand Bud Light. I think it's gross anyways.
You mean butt wipe?
Yeah. Like I'm not a fan of Bud Light. Like it's honestly, it's just overuse, right? Like I got burned out on it because it was like every keg party from high school through like my first like enlistment. Like it was just always Bud Light or Natty Light, which is just a shittier version of Bud Light. It's the same shit, or whatever, right? It was always like that. Like if I was going to drink a light beer, it was always Miller to me. Just because it tastes a little bit different than the other ones. Like not much, but a little bit different.
Bud Light. It's like if you had a buddy, but he's a little light. Like a little light.
He's a little light, like a light in the loafers, buddy.
Light in the loafers.
He's like your gay friend. Yeah, is that what you're saying? Like,
Bud Light.
He's like, that's my Bud Light. I would think of it as like a guy. He's like, yeah, he's my buddy. He's not that good of a buddy. He's like a light buddy. He's like Bud Light. Like you guys are all my Bud heavies, and that's like my Bud Light. Be like, there's a Bud Light over there. He's a good dude, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know him.
I need some more ice.
Yeah.
For my,
you gotta hydrate,
not beer. No, but so they have a brand lady who just took over the brand for Bud Light, and she put out a statement. And it's like,
Is that the one that they put a picture of her out there?
I didn't see a picture of her.
You could have fucking parked a C-130 on that forehead. It was no surprise to me by looking at her that she was the one responsible.
I saw an interview she was doing, and she said part of the reason behind the whole ad campaign was because Bud Light, it was a slowly dying brand. And I was like, in what fucking world is Bud Light a slowly dying brand?
Well, but that's okay. Anheuser-Busch, right? For how many years was Bud Light like one of 10 things they sold?
Yeah.
And now it's like one of 1,000 things they sell. So of course it's a dying brand, but it's because you're bringing on all this other new shit, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not really dying. It's just being replaced with other things that your company still owns. Like it doesn't make sense, but
now it's definitely in the hole, because I think last I saw it fucking cost them like
$6 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, $6 billion.
Yep.
well, I mean, if what she's trying to do is quickly kill the brand, like she's on the right track.
Well, that's Anheuser-Busch. That's not Bud Light.
Yeah, that's Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, that's
a whole.
the entire conglomerate, for lack of better words.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting, in every job I've ever had, if I fucked up or made a mistake, even if I thought I was right and I made a mistake and I cost a company $6 billion, I'm getting fired. Like you're getting fucking fired.
But you can't, if that is what you do to cost your company $6 billion, you are kind of unfireable.
But it's not like they watch $6 billion disappear out of their bank account.
It's not like,
sure. No, it's
right.
It's
right. This is market cap.
Yeah.
But
so their market cap dropped by $6 billion.
Now
their market cap,
their shareholders are fucking angry.
But their stock price hasn't changed.
If it's actually kind of up.
Yeah, it's like a matter. It's within a matter of cents before all this started. So all it is it's a huge publicity thing. We're
talking about Bud Light.
Yeah,
Why would we be?
You know, but like, because I was waiting for that stock to dive, and I was going to buy a fuckload of it, and then sit on it for a year or two, and then sell it because it's fucking Budweiser.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's going to be okay.
It's not going to go anywhere. You know.
Yeah.
But it hasn't, and so I'm just like, well, okay, I guess it's just what it's going to be.
I think that's because a lot of those boycotters are thinking the same shit. They're all like, ugh.
But
I'm just not going to buy any, but I'm going to keep my stock till it comes back up.
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't bought any since that came out.
Neither have I.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
me neither.
In the past month, Budweiser has actually gone up 7.5%.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah. I think it's more so like the distributors that are getting hurt on it. Like the guys who are like fucking distributing Bud Light that like, you know, like they have Anheuser-Busch products and that they sell, you know, they buy it wholesale from Bud Light or whatever, then they sell it to.
Is it actually preventing people from buying it though? Or did more people go out and buy it so they could do a fucking TikTok on it?
I mean, I'm sure they did have some of that.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
yeah, because they lost market cap. Their market cap now is 131 billion. You know, like, well, they lost $6 billion in market cap. Like, cool.
Yeah, right.
Like
it's 4%
Give it a couple months.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Kid Rock? That dude fucking cracks me up when he shot like 6 cases of it with like some fucking
I used an MP5.
Yeah, MP5 just fucking lit him up. I'm like, it's the classic case of like
fucking Anheuser-Busch and fuck you.
Still got your money.
You know, the thing is like that to me is the exact same thing as those idiots that went out and burned their Carhartts.
100%.
Like nobody
got your money.
Nobody fucking cares. You know what? Because when it gets cold again, you're gonna go buy another fucking Carhartt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this goes back to like Eazy-E and fucking like with NWA, right? When like they were like running over the fucking albums outside their concerts. And everybody's like, that's fucked up. But he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, they bought them.
We already got their money.
I got their money, man. Fuck them. Like, you know, he don't give a fuck. Once we get the money, do whatever the fuck you want with your thing.
Like, so this weekend I was at Sandfest, right? And they had beer tents.
Yeah.
And in the beer tents, they had Whiskey Charlie's.
Yeah.
Budweiser, Bud Light, Mick Ultra, Bud Light Michelada.
Probably Modelo.
Nope.
No.
Some other weird off-brand
Carbach.
No. They didn't like. There was nothing good at all.
Yeah.
And then like these, like a Sex on the Beach and something else, it was 10%. And I was like, ooh, 10%. I'll try that. I had one. I was like, And then I was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to drink a Bud Light. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's what you do. If you're a good marketer, you come up with a koozie that just says not Bud Light. So when you buy your Bud Light, you can put it in, we'll call it like the fucking, I don't know, the transition protector or something.
You want to talk about good marketing.
Like, and
So
sell koozies with it.
On the strip, on the beach next to where all the sandcastles were, they had like vendors. And they had this one dude that had a tent. And he's sitting behind it and he's got a cutoff on. He's got a beer belly, a little bit of a beard. And we walk by and like we're trying to see like what he's selling. It looks like he's just selling koozies. Where they're koozies that have like a reel on the side of it, but there's no crank. It's just you wind fishing string on it.
The fishing koozies.
And so obviously we're like, tell me a little bit about your company. And so the guy goes into this pitch. And he's like, the more you drink, the bigger the fish is when you catch it. So William bought 3 of them.
Yeah, of course he did. I've seen those. Those are cool. It's like
they were pretty cool. They were. I was like, I don't drink enough beer, man. I'm
you just
sorry.
fucking like basically just throw it out there.
I was like, if you had
this
this on the side of like a Yeti cup, I could put whiskey in. I'm in.
Yeah, right. There you go, Yeti. Maybe you just get a hold of our 3D printer guy. It prints like a fucking like a cup holder with a fucking reel on the side. There you go.
It wasn't even a reel. It was just like a cylinder to like wrap it.
It's like a thimble.
Yeah,
looking thing.
There's no like moving parts on it. You just grab the string and you just reel the string, the fishing line back onto the. Yeah. I was like, this is genius.
Telling you, man, just get like one of those handles that like the Yeti fits in.
Right.
But have it on the side.
That'd be fun.
Right. Like our little like our dick handle thing that we got.
It's over there.
Yeah, it's over there somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like only have a little thing and fish.
Yeah.
Might actually make me a fisherman.
Nah.
No, probably not. I had to go down. Well, that's why I was down in Corpus on Friday
for the Market 37 tournament.
There was a tournament out of Market 37. Yep. And it's Legends Saltwater Series. Where your Hero Sports is the military like
benefiting charity.
Yeah, we're like the partner for it for that, right? So like our logo's on their trailer and stuff like that. So I went down there to kind of show face and get up and talk to people about our upcoming event because we have a fishing tournament coming up at Marker 37, the second annual Marker 37 Throwdown.
You guys need help with that one again?
Scott enjoyed it. He enjoyed the help a lot last year.
Yeah, but you didn't enjoy watching your truck get backed into.
I did not. Matter of fact, I had to park in that same parking lot, and I was like, "Oh, don't get nervous, baby. He can't hurt you here. He definitely could have." Fucking bullshit.
I didn't do that.
No, you didn't do that.
It kind of sounded that
some
way.
Some other fucking dude did that. My truck has been hit on 3 different occasions, and I have not been in it at all.
Yeah.
It's never been like Haley got rear-ended. The dude backed into it, and then another guy had like rubbed the bumper once.
So I get a call from Logan this morning.
Oh boy!
Oh, here we go.
He's like, "You know how you said not to swerve and just hit the deer?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I hit the deer."
Fuck! Did he bring it home?
Yeah, he just broke. He's like, everything is fine except for one headlight. It broke the plastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, but my bumper's fine.
Yeah, putting in a ditch.
Yeah, like he's like, yeah, I didn't go in the ditch. I'm like,
No, did he bring
the
did he bring the deer home?
Oh, I don't know. I doubt it. He's on his way to school, so it would have been pretty ripe.
So
by now.
I heard in Texas, if you hit a deer on the road, you can't. Well, in theory, I guess you could keep it, but they won't give you like a tag essentially to take it. So you can't really take it to a processor or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you hit it and then you shoot it?
Well, that's probably
if it's in
worse,
season,
depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
You can't really shoot that close to a road.
I did that in Nebraska one time. Well, a deer hit me and then I shot it.
You're just doing the right thing.
Yeah, I was pissed. It
No,
felt really right.
I was gonna ask, was it like putting it out of its misery, or
Oh,
were you
no.
just letting off some anger?
No. I was just putting him down.
Yeah, Scott's not a vet. So he is a vet, but he's not like
He's not a vengeful guy.
No, he's not like a
that too.
Veterinarian?
yes. He's not a vet that deals with animals. So there was no way that Scott could have known if this deer was dead or still alive and suffering. So he just wanted to make sure that the deer wasn't suffering. It just so happened it also helped him out.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then were you with me when I hit the little Bambi?
Mm-mm.
Oh God. I come to this little tiny fucking deer in Nebraska. So it was about the size of a Texas deer. I come
So large dog. Got it.
screeching. I had I think my Dodge 2500. I come screeching to a halt. Just as I stopped, I hit him with my front tow hook and just launched this fucking deer. I mean, this deer was probably 35 pounds. It was a little guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Here you go.
Like I didn't feel like hitting that one, but it was about 6 inches of stopping. I was a little long. So
Yeah.
but that one did no damage, so I wasn't too upset.
We got hit by a fucking antelope once. We were driving to, I was going to like a gym to like lift weights with a buddy of mine. It was when I was in Wyoming, and we were fucking, his mom was driving us. I remember I was sitting in like the jump seat behind it was in a truck.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in like the fold down side jump seat on our way to the gym. And it's like 4 a.m. and like a fucking antelope runs out of nowhere and like smacked the side of her truck. And it just kind of like shook it off. I was like, oh, fuck. And then Rock walked over and fucking went under the fence and fucking kept going. And I was just like, did we just get hit by a fucking animal, man? Like, what the fuck? Like,
that's what happened to me. When, like, I came to a stop because it was like gonna cross. So I came to a stop and it turned around. And I went, and then it turned around and ran right into the side of my fucking truck. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. It's like I was trying to be cool.
Yeah.
And not murder you.
Yeah.
And now you're getting murdered.
Yeah.
Because
maybe that's what it wanted to do.
Yeah.
How do we know that?
It was like suicide by
deer
cop.
crossed the road?
It was suicide by
Yeah.
Scott.
How do we know that they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of this life. And they just fucking
I'm
just
convinced
keep
that's
trying.
what squirrels do. I'm convinced. That's why they all die like this.
Well, I think they die like that because they're like, fuck.
Just 22 themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I think deer suicide themselves crossing the roads.
Yeah.
I do. Like you have
So,
all
like
this green place with trees and it's beautiful and you're running brooks. I'm going to go by this crazy noisy place and this thing's flying by.
So deer crossing signs are basically just deer suicide signs.
It. That's all it is. That's it. The deer know that they have to go to that area.
It's spreading awareness for deer
Like
suicide.
Steve, Jim, and Tom, I haven't seen them since 2 weeks. They all tried to go over there and fuck it. I'm going to go do it too. See where they're at.
That's fucking funny.
Then they have big game like elk and moose. They're just like, let's see if I can take this Prius out.
And they can definitely take that Prius out.
I was driving the other day and I saw a dead deer and 3 dead turkey vultures. Somebody must have hit the fucking the birds. They would do just as much damage as the fucking deer.
Yeah.
Those fucking things, they don't fly up and away from the road. They fly back across the road, and you're like, oh, here we fucking go.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like a fucking spare tire just coming out of nowhere, man. Just bouncing down the road.
I saw this video of this tire that came off a vehicle going the opposite direction, and it took a dude off a bike.
Oh,
Yes.
I saw that. Yeah.
And the only thing that kept going was the bike and the helmet.
Yeah.
And the bike was still upright the whole time. Didn't even fucking wiggle.
It's the one
it just
that,
kept
like,
going.
it
And
just-
then
it
the
just-
helmet was tumbling down the road. But the tire and the guy were just completely off frame. My buddy in Arizona sent it to me. And I'm like, oh, this is holy shit.
I had one fly over my first Jeep I had. Well, I lived in California. I had this 95 like TJ. It was like the little square headlight 4-banger one. Like I'd have to get out and fucking start pushing and shit going uphill on the freeway and thing. This thing was fucking gutless. But I was driving somewhere and a semi truck tire fucking popped off and fucking it bounced right in front of my Jeep. I like looked over, I saw the tread like go over my head.
It was like Deadpool where everything
what
slowed
the
down.
fuck? It completely missed me and smacked the fucking windshield of the car behind me. Just buried it. And that guy fucking right into the wall. And I was just like looking in the mirror. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, I didn't get touched, man. I was like, oh my God, I need to go to church. I was like, Jesus.
When I first moved out here, I was driving down 3009 past where like Chick-fil-A is and all the fucking the strips and shopping just north of 35.
Yeah.
And somehow, I don't know where it came from, but there was like a propane tank like for a grill. that was bouncing down the road, like coming from oncoming traffic. It went over the little, like, 6-inch median and came into the, like, my lane. And I'm looking, like, mathing in my head if it's going to hit me or not. And I'm like, oh, and it like bounced weird and came right towards the car in front of me. And it hit like the front bumper of the car, and it yeeted this thing back into oncoming traffic and planted itself into the hood of another vehicle. And like, I watch all this happen. It's like, bam, it hits the car as I'm going by it. And I was just like, oh my God. I forgot about that. Well, just talking
it's fucking shit. Terrifying, man.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a brown pants moment.
Yeah, fucking for real, dude.
I had black seats at the time. I'm probably brown on it.
Yeah.
I had a dude last week. I was on 410. I was in the passing lane, because I'm a fucking normal human being. And this dude in a Chevy 1500 with the obnoxiously wide tires comes swooping in and cuts me off. But he cuts me off. He's moving left into my lane, right as the highway's like curving right. And he couldn't correct in time, and both sides of the tires went into the Jersey barrier. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking die because of this asshole. Because I was just waiting for him to fucking flip his shit, and I'm trying to lay on the brakes, and he fucking connects and rides the barrier on the turn. And I'm waiting. I'm on the brakes, waiting for his shit to go crazy. Never did. And then instead of like pulling over and making sure his shit's okay, he fucking gasses it and does like 100 and just tries to exit. And I'm like,
he's like, I don't want people to see it was me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a fucking pucker factor because I was just waiting for his shit to just start tumbling, and I was like, God damn it.
Dude, I was driving back from New Mexico one time to California. I was driving back off leave, and as I'm getting on like Route 40, some dude just pulls next to me and fucking flips me off. And I'm like, fuck is this guy's deal? Like, he wasn't even like I wasn't even in front of him. Like, he like pulled up like on me and then just went around me and flipped me off and then went and cut me off, right? Now, granted, I was in the left lane, but I'm like going like 80. Like, I'm not going like 60, right? Like, and so he fucking peel wheels, flips me off, rolls in front of me. He gets in front of me. I'm like, this fucking guy, fuck him. As soon as I say that, he fucking blows a tire. Wow, just skirt off on the side. And I'm just like, woo, karma, bitch. Just kept going, man. I was like, dude, I bet you that guy, like, he probably thinks I shot it out or something to this day. He's like, I got my fucking tire got shut out because I flipped this guy off. No, it was just karma, motherfucker. Like, I hope you see this. It was me. It was just outside of Gallup, New Mexico, heading fucking west, and I laughed my ass off. I want you to know that. Oh. Yeah.
I made pretty good time coming back from Port A.
You usually do.
So I was leaving Port A, and this guy in a Tundra loaded up with coolers and all kind of shit in the back of his truck was like being a dick, like trying to go through traffic.
Yep.
And so I was just like, fuck this guy. And I tried to get in front of him. Every time I try to get in front of him, he tries to get back in front of me. And finally I was just like, fuck it. You'd be up front then. Like, I don't care. Just get out of my fucking way, you know? And so we did this for like 10 miles. And I'm just like, this fucking... Oh, he's starting to get mad. And he wasn't like, he was going like 5 over, whatever. So I'd pass him, and then there'd be traffic coming up, and he'd try to fuck around and getting back in front of me. And I'm like, this fucking cocksucker. So I passed him one more time and like didn't really flip him off, but I aggressively passed him, Yeah. And so this dude passes me again. And at this time though, when he passed me, he was doing like 95. And I was like, okay, like, you lead, I'll play. Like, let's go. The whole fucking rest of the way back, it was between like, I don't know, 85, and my truck only goes 96. So 85 and 96.
Can confirm.
Yeah. And so it actually worked out pretty good because he was just leading the pack. I'm like, cool. Like, at least we're going to get pulled over. It's you, not me.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the whole fucking way back until we got back onto 410. It was between 85 and 95 the whole time.
Are you sure he wasn't a Florida State trooper on vacation?
Maybe.
He's like, I remember that motherfucker.
Yeah. That was a great one. When I went to Florida last year and I followed the cop for like 4 hours, and the cop was doing 95. I'm like, you can't really pull me over.
Right.
So Justin,
this is on you, pal.
Forward me a question from Andrew Schultz. So I got a question for Scott. My local gun store sadly closed.
Not that Andrew Schultz.
All we have left are chain stores. I was thinking of starting an FFL just for transfers and charging like $30. Would it honestly be worth it or better just to let it be? I ask you in particular, due to the gun shop experience. If you're going to start an FFL for $30 transfers, you are out your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Totally not worth it.
It depends if you want to do it as a business or if it's a hobby. No, because like we know people that do it and that have it out of their house and they do a handful of transfers and they have like 2 accounts set up that they can buy stuff at wholesale and they special order a random thing if they can get it. But it is a straight up hobby and you are at the mercy of their time frame and whatever happens.
I'm just going to say this. You have to deal with people if you're going to do transfers. That, and if you right now, like I got out right before it got really weird. Like now, if you make one little mistake on your paperwork, they yank your FFL and there's no warnings. There's no anything. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't fucking do it again. If you paid me $100,000, I wouldn't.
All the fun parts of having an FFL and an SOT are now gone.
Yeah.
Like you can't, unless you're manufacturing yourself, full machine shop, the whole 9, you can't buy and transfer in a post sample machine gun anymore.
Right.
They just indicted a fucking chief law enforcement officer for doing that. No fucking Clio is going to sign off now. You know, like I wouldn't if I was a Clio. Like, no, fuck off. Like for one, I don't need that machine gun in my department.
Yeah.
But for 2, I just saw what happened to that other dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to let that happen to me, you know?
But no, I mean, fuck. So if you're going to do it for $30 a transfer, one, that's ridiculous. Is $30. It's going to take you 3 hours of your time to make that $30. You're going to have to order it. You're going to have to fucking, deal with the distributor. You're going to have to
receive it.
You're going to have to log it in. You're going to have to fucking call the customer. The customer's going to have to come in. He's going to want to talk to you for fucking 2 hours. You're going to do the transfer. You got to log it out. And then you're going to make $30
and then you have to pay sales tax and you have to do your accounting and financials.
It's fucking it's not worth it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's worth it.
And then if you want to, so that's to do it for free. Because if you're doing it for $30 a transfer, you're doing it for free. And then if you want to try to make money, you're going to have to either get a business or you're going to have to open your house up to strangers. And then your wife's going to be pissed off at you all the time. No, there's in no world is it worth it to do transfers.
The margins aren't the greatest.
Yeah. The
margins, the availability of the products are slim to none.
Yeah. They're going to want a gun that you can't get immediately. And then you're going to order it and then you're going to get it in and they're going to have bought it from somebody else. And then you're going to be stuck with it. Now you got to try to sell this gun,
but also
like nobody else wants.
Like you just said, the only ones that are left are the big box stores. So you have to carry what the big box stores don't, because everyone's just going to go to the big box stores and get whatever it is, because most of them have their own credit card that they get extra points on.
Yeah.
And they, whatever. But if you're trying to get the things that they don't carry, or you're trying to beat their price, which cheapens your margins, you probably can't get what they don't carry.
Well, I think he's just wanting to do it for the transfer fee, which is a terrible idea.
I mean, you can do it, but it's a pain in the ass and there's a lot of paperwork.
I don't know, but I did it for a long time and
there's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah. If I made $300 a gun, I still wouldn't do it today.
Whether it's a transfer or a sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with it. But
just not about it anymore.
And then if you like shooting and you like guns, you're going to turn your hobby into work and then it's not going to be fun anymore.
And then you don't shoot anymore.
Yeah.
And you're just angry at everyone.
Yep. So, you're going to turn into bitter old me. No, I wouldn't do it. I would just, I wouldn't do it at all.
Speaking of fielding questions from listeners, I got one. A little while ago, 4 hours ago, actually, Tyler Jasic commented in the Freedom Friends in the group, and he said, "Mikey, what would it take for me to join y'all on a debate? I'll bring the topic and the booze. I just want to learn from y'all older fuckers and have my first cigar with y'all because nobody I know smokes. P.S. Will the Japanese stripper with a banana help?" First of all, no, that will not help. Secondly, I know that we had a fan on the show last week. That's not a normal thing. I don't want it to be misconstrued that you guys are like, "Oh, I'll show up and I'll be on the show." it's probably not going to happen. All right. You'll show up and sit in the peanut gallery and we're cool with that. But for the most part, actually, guys, it's very, very few and far between that we let somebody who's not affiliated with the show on the show. Nothing personal.
At least in the debate, we'll bring on guests.
Sure.
For the podcast, but the debate we try to keep in-house.
Yeah. And mainly because it's quick, right? We're not trying to have a ridiculous conversation. And we were fortunate last week. The kid that was on the show, his name escapes me. I'm so shitty with names. Miguel, yeah. He was quiet. He was cool. He just kind of sat there, just kind of answered questions, and that was that, right? Like,
I'm going to caveat this though. Like, if there's a reason you want to be on the debate, like say you're a firm believer in a topic that we are firmly against, right?
Let's say you're a flat earther or something like that, right? Yeah.
Like or something that like we don't understand, and it would be an interesting debate. Maybe then.
Yeah, maybe
it would have to be like
to have a polarizing.
Prepared. Yeah, like we don't. I mean, no offense to any of us, but we don't need another asshole that thinks the same way we do.
I'm offended.
Debating the same shit we all agree on.
I'm offended that you're offended.
You should be.
I'm offended for both of you,
right?
As you should.
Yeah.
So, but if you have a, like I don't know, if you have an opposite viewpoint of us, and you want to debate us on it. No. And it can be a civil debate, not where we're standing up screaming, fuck you and shit.
I mean, that'd be fun too.
I mean, it would be. Yeah. We're not going to take it there, but if you take it there, we'll go there.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't forget. We didn't forget how to be violent.
Yeah, if you're on fire, we'll help put you out.
Yeah. But no, if it's something like that, then then maybe would consider it.
Yeah, but for the most part, just if you show up and you're like, hey, I have this cool idea, I want to debate you guys about this, and it's like, well, is it going to be a debate, man? Like, we just don't usually put like, the fans of the show on the show.
But if you do have a debate that you want to know our opinions on, you can send them in or tag us in the group or on our social media or comment on whatever show you want to comment on.
And if you want to, in those comments, have some, what you think might be opposing viewpoints, then we can have Justin play the bad guy, if you will. And have the opposing.
Oh, we'll debate Justin all day.
Sure.
Especially if it's not his views, because we'll treat it as they are Justin's views. Then our whole viewpoint of Justin will
excuse myself because I like to call him slurs, and I can't do that on the show.
But it's like back in the day when we used to have the Sono shit story sent in, and we'd pick one of us to be the storyteller.
We'd make up the details. That was a fucking great time.
That was so fun.
That was a good time.
We'll take more of those.
Yeah, that was fun. So if you get like a good Sono shit, like we're still very much into that.
Clearly, 3 years into it, we all ran out of our stories.
Yeah, you guys have heard all of ours, and because we all have Alzheimer's, like early onset, anyways, like you've probably heard them more than once.
Fuck, I've heard Mikey's.
Justin's heard all of them.
I've heard Mikey so many times, I think they're mine.
Yeah, right. And same. like if I have to listen to Jazz's I was looking for a soldier peeing a fucking hooker's butt story again. It's like I'm to the point where I'm like, I think I was there. I think I was there. I think I was actually there when it happened.
Like, I asked Michelle why my uniforms didn't have a purple heart on it the other day. And she's like, "That's Mikey." I'm like, "Oh
yeah, fuck."
Yeah, I was better. That's right.
Yeah, better at ducking. I was looking for my CIB the other day. Then I remembered, oh, that's right, I'm straight. Fuck. I got in my truck. There was no purse strap hanging from my mirror.
No, just a blood stripe.
I was like, fuck, man. See, but you actually have the purse strap. I actually really don't have the blood strap.
No, but you did have a blood stripe on your cheek.
I do like.
Nope, I didn't. That's not true either.
Yeah, I have witnesses.
Yeah.
I'm going to play. I want everybody to play the same game I play in my head. Whenever you see the Marine Corps emblem, the anchor, globe, and whatever, the eagle right? Whenever you see that shit, right? I play the game. Can there be only one on one vehicle? Usually, if you see one, it's a minimum of 3.
Yeah, that is very true. I'll be the first to admit that the Marine Corps is the Texas of the fucking branches. We buy our own merch, man. That's for damn sure.
The maximum I've counted has been 10, and that is as I'm driving by a vevehicle.
I need to get a hold of
that's excessive.
I need to get a hold of the Marine Corps Commandant because I think I have a new fiscal funding idea for them.
Right?
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with what the DoD budget or anything like that. They just need to sell their own merch to their own people. and then reinvest that money back into the Marine Corps for equipment and
dude,
personnel.
We would be fucking loaded.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't be taking hand-me-downs anymore.
Dude,
No.
well, I will tell you this because so Satmar has a hobbyist agreement with the Marine Corps, so we're allowed to use the emblem, right? The Marine Corps is the only one when it comes to rights out of all the branches of service. They're the only ones that are like
They just take them away from you.
kind of, yeah, like you have to fucking you have to get like approval from Headquarters Marine Corps in order to sell or to reproduce the Eagle of an Anchor.
And if they just took some royalties off that, they could fund themselves.
Well, they do. So like hobbyist agreements cost. Like you actually do have to pay the Marine Corps to fucking have the rights to make a product that has that shit on it.
Oh, so you're still paying ball fees?
Kind of. Yeah. I'm still fucking paying for mandatory fund at some fucking function.
I was gonna say, Justin,
It's for Henderson Hall or in the Pentagon, but yeah.
You and I were headed out to get lunch the other day, and there was the Walker Texas Ranger wannabe that had he had the fucking the blue letter infantry across the back window, but in the bottom of each corner of his back window, he had the Afghan campaign ribbon on dog tag stickers that were stuck to the back windows on both sides. Same ribbon, both sides.
Well, symmetry, Dave.
Yeah.
Well, he went to Afghanistan, clearly.
Twice.
Yeah, apparently.
Maybe twice.
Another game I like to play. Mikey, do you have an EGA tattoo?
No.
Yeah, I think you're the only exception.
I am one of the exceptions.
Every Marine that I've ever met, if they have a tattoo, they have an EGA.
It's either
it's an owner stamp,
or it's USMC in Old English.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or it's the little bulldog.
Yeah. It's a Marine Corps themed.
You don't have any of those?
So I used to. I used to have USMC in Old English right here.
There it is. Okay.
And that was covered by this half sleeve. And then
That, my friends, would be called a former Marine.
hey. And then I had Japanese for kill on this side, and it was covered by this half sleeve.
Yeah.
So at this point, no, I don't have any moto tats. I mean, I guess I have naval traditional tattoos, but
Yeah.
that's like Sailor Jerry shit, so it doesn't really count. Like but no, I don't have any moto tats.
Oh.
Like I thought about maybe doing like a leg sleeve or something.
We should dig into
But-
some of your tattoos' meanings. Like this topless chick with holding her own head.
Well, she's wearing an apron. That's my ex-wife.
Okay.
Yeah. She's wearing an apron and has a rolling pin.
Why is she holding her own head?
She did it to herself. Yeah,
I have a feeling you got that while you were married, though.
I did.
Preemptive.
It was shortly before the end, though. Yeah. She was originally drawn pregnant. I thought that was a little too much.
No, that's not too much.
Yeah, they all have names
great.
too.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's Rachel. This is Shelly. Shelly used to take her pants off for money. That's why she's the stripper. This is Fran. She always spills beers. And
God damn it, Fran.
This is Petunia, named after Petunia from Pete and Pete's Adventures. The Adventures of Pete and Pete on Nickelodeon. Remember he had a pinup tattoo. She shakes her booty. Like, yeah. So like, yeah,
So you don't even need material when you jerk off.
I'm the only guy that takes a shower with 5 ladies every day, bro. Then the Poison Girl, that's on this side. Yeah, that's on this side. That's just kind of women in general.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
what about your tattoos? What do you got?
Just the Marauder logo, our platoon one. And then the American Reaper holding a sniper rifle.
See, like you're the one with the moto tats.
Yeah,
Like I don't have moto tats, so you don't shit on Marines, man. And then like the army guy next to me, he's got more moto shit than me.
none of them say Army anything, though. Well,
That's a platoon tattoo.
yeah, but
That's like an organizational colors, bro.
I suppose, yeah.
Like that's clearly a moto tat. John, you definitely got army
do.
shit on you. Like you have your fucking wings and your fucking
I got my
air salt.
Unicrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have wings?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm not the only one.
Yeah. See, you have your jump wings. Like, I mean, fuck.
But John finished
Oh,
it.
see, you're smart. You got yours small.
Dave's
Yeah.
even got
John
the first
finishes off
responder
with his
tattoos,
CIB,
man.
though.
Like on his fucking arms, he's got first responder tattoos. Matter of fact, I'm the only one sitting here without moto tats, motherfucker.
That's not true. You do have moto tats. We just can't see them. Tattoos are forever, dude.
Oh, you mean the ones that I covered?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're there.
Sure. I have Kintown Warrior in kanji right here. Kintown's like the drinking town in Okinawa. It's just because I used to get in fist fights all the time. So I have in kanji, I have Kintown Warrior. That's what the locals called me.
Well, let me guess. Right before you got into a fight, you would take your shirt off and point to it.
I never take my shirt off. No. They all started calling me this word, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. And then my friend Mayumi, who owned the bar I worked at, she was like, oh, it means Kintown Warrior. And I was like, write it down in kanji. Write it down in kanji. She's like, all right. So I took it to the tattoo artist, the local guy, and I was like, and he goes, and he called me it, and he's like, yeah, that's you. And he did it. And then there's a number of my buddies that I rolled around with. We all got the same shit. Yeah,
nice.
I guess that would be the closest thing to a moto tat I have.
Do you have a couple like group tattoos, don't you? That one,
the no big deal. Yeah, I have NBD right here, I think. Yeah. It's on one of my ribs, one of my rib cages. And yeah, it's no big deal. And there's like 15 people with no big deal tattooed in the same spot, in the same font. 2 chicks. They got theirs in pink. two Navy chicks I knew. They got it in pink. Yeah. The story behind how it happened was hilarious. There was a bar out there called Whiskey Dick's, and Whiskey Dick's did a scavenger hunt. And the scavenger hunt had a bunch of random shit that you would find in like stores in Okinawa or fucking weird shit. Like you had to find like a cow's tongue and shit like that, right? And then whoever brought the most girls to the bar fucking, got like an extra fucking 200 points, and whoever did all this. So we like did all of these things. It was like a team of 4 guys, and we were Team Narkill. And from Jackass, it was called Narkill, right? With a G. Gnarkill. And like we all did this, and then we won because we brought the most chicks to the bar with 2. And if that's not the most military base fucking shit ever.
They were both active duty.
And the biggest panties I got were actually dirty because I went to the fattest chick in their barracks and was like, I need a pair of your drawers. She was like, they're dirty. I'm like, even better. So she handed me these fucking bagons. And yeah. And she wasn't exactly skinny up top either, so she gave me a fucking titty slings as well. So I brought her bra and panties to the fucking thing. And
I can picture Mikey like 16 candles in this thing, like just like kicking the fucking door of the bathroom stall open, just be like, bam!
Yep, that's exactly how it went down. That's exactly how it happened. Then I had a buddy of mine who was like a germaphobe. I continuously rubbed in his face. I just rub him on his face and be like, fucking freaking out and shit. Like this is the fucking best because they were very much dirty as fuck. Like this bitch PT'd in these motherfuckers, man. Like it was fucking, and she was not a small lady. And so you can imagine there was some sweat stains.
At least what you think were sweat stains.
I mean, there might have been some piss and shit in there. I don't know. I didn't smell them, but he did. You could probably ask him. Yeah, but we won.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how panties started being sold.
The Japanese have been doing that way before this, man. They have fucking vending machines over there with dirty panties in them and shit. They're fucking weirdos, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew that they had vending machines with them. I didn't know they were dirty though.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
you go into a porn store, you can buy dirty panties.
Oh wow.
In the porn store vending machine.
This is the country that created tentacle porn.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because it's one of those you got to see it to believe it things, and like so I went there and I was like, holy fuck. This is real. And this is way before OnlyFans was thought of, man. This is like 2004, 2005 when I first noticed this shit. Like, I was like, holy fuck, dude, this is real. But so the winners of the thing, we got $400 cash, $100 for each person. And then you got 4 free tattoos because there was a tattoo shop in the back of the bar because it's an Okinawan bar. So as you do. And we were like, what are we going to get? We were like, we should all get the same thing. And I was like, man, what do you want to get? And they were like, I don't know, man. It's no big deal. And I was like, you're right. It's no big deal. And so that's why it's NBD tattooed on my ribs.
Nice.
Along with like 15 other people. There's a Facebook group for it. We all still bullshit. I have a couple of them listed as my children on Facebook. They're like my kids. Like, yeah.
It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. It's a mantra for life, man. Oh, you won the lottery? No big deal. Oh, your dad died? Oh, man, it's no big deal. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's a mantra for life. It works for everything. Yeah. Yeah. No big deal, dude. You're going to make it. You won the lottery? Yeah, I did. No big deal.
Just like this podcast.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Very much like this podcast. No big deal.
Well,
Yeah.
let's sign this bitch off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. Fucking like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. I'm gonna raise my glass and say thanks for being my freedom friends, boys.
Thanks, buddy.
Got you, dog. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends. There's a mediocre show out there. It's called the Freedom Friends Podcast. And you should definitely check it out. Really, 3 little things. Not hard to do at all. We do them pretty much every day. I know he does. Fuck. Fucking, what's the first one there, pal?
Oh, it's always smoke on.
You damn right. Scotty, your favorite?
Drink on.
God damn it, kids.
Freedom the fuck on.
Later.